Hey everybody, thanks for joining us here today. We're going to do a video to go over your current CRP options. And I'm Tom Zinter, Pheasants Forever Farm Bill Biologist in North Central South Dakota.
My name's Nick Aaron. I'm the Pheasants Forever Farm Bill Biologist down Chamberlain area, so South Central part of the state.
Yeah, and so to kick off, we're just going to give you a general overview of what CRP is for those of you that aren't familiar with the program. It's called the Conservation Reserve Program. And for this program, what we're doing is we're taking eligible crop land and we enroll it into 10 or 15 year contracts in which we plant perennial grassland vegetation. And there's a lot of benefits to the program. There's environmental benefits with water quality, air quality, erosion, things like that we're preventing, and we're also providing high quality wildlife habitat. These grassland species that utilize this CRP that we're planting, it's a very good benefit to them and their habitat. Along with that, once you enroll your land into CRP, the landowner also receives financial assistance to help them establish that grassland, and then they also get an annual rental payment on that. And that's based off of the soil types of the land that's being enrolled. So that varies from contract to contract, but if you'd like to know more about getting a rental estimate on your ground, be sure to contact your FSA office or your local Pheasants Forever Farm Bill Biologist, and we'll be sure to get you rental estimates for your county and for your land. So to start out, we'll just kind of talk about, right now we have a general CRP sign up going on, and the application period for that is open until February 12th. So before that deadline, for landowners that are interested, you'll have to turn in an application with your local FSA office. And so to start off, Nick, let's just talk about what kind of land is eligible for this general CRP sign up that we have right now.
Yeah, so Tom mentioned earlier, a lot of this land is cropland going back into grass. So that would be new land. The current cropping history years reported at FSA for this farm bill and this current sign up. You need to have 4 of the 6 years from 2012 through 2017. So like I said, that would be on some new cropland acres going back into perennial cover. And then also we can look at re-enrolling expiring contracts or previously expired contracts if they've been within the last couple of years. So if you have a contract that is set to expire coming this end of September of 2021, this might be an opportunity where you could go and offer it into this current sign up. So I'll let Tom kind of go over the sign up, some of the details, the ranking and whatnot.
Yep. Yeah. So like Nick was saying, if you think that you have eligible land, you can definitely get in touch with your local Farm Bill Biologist or your FSA office, and they'll help you through that eligibility on a case-by-case basis and make sure that the acres that you're interested in meet those eligibility requirements. And so once we know that you have eligible land and you'd like to submit an application, then we go through a process putting together that application that is going to provide you with what we call an EBI score, which is an environmental benefit index score. And basically, there's a few different things that we can decide on your application that affect that score. And the higher the score, then the better chance that you have of being accepted into the general CRP program. So with general CRP, it is on a competitive basis. So once you submit an application, your application is going up against the other applications across South Dakota as well as across the rest of the United States. So finding ways to optimize that environmental benefit index score is definitely going to help you to get into the program in the long run. The first way that we can kind of optimize that environmental benefits index is by selecting the cover type. And I'll have Nick go over some of the standard cover types that we see in most of these general CRP applications.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. So like Tom said, the covers are one of the things that can get you some more points. So the more diversity you have within your grass planting or existing grass stand, the more points you're going to get. So if you're looking at only wanting to plant a couple different grass species, let's say it's just 2 native species versus someone else that's planting 8 different native grasses and some forbs and stuff in there, you're not going to get as many points as that said person. So and that's something that we don't expect every producer to know their grass types, and we're here to help you guys find what you guys want to have out there on the landscape. Some areas that we can help maximize some of your points. So like I said, yeah, the covers, they're definitely one of the areas where you can gain some different points within your ranking.
Yep, and so yeah, with that, we want to make sure that all of our interested landowners are optimizing their applications, and that's what we're here for. All
Yep.
of our local Pheasants Forever biologists and your local FSA office, we're trained in all of these programs, and we sit there and we really dissect all of the in and out details of all this stuff. And so if you have any questions on any of that and you're looking to go through that application process, make sure to reach out, and we'll have a link here at the end of the video that leads to all the contact information to find your local biologist. So make sure to follow that and reach out to us. So Nick, next let's talk about some of the changes that have came to the CRP program in the last couple of years that have to do with kind of the management and allowing landowners to utilize that forage a little bit more than they have in the past.
Yeah, so if you have had a CRP contract in previous years or previous signups, you were required to do one midterm management option for a 10-year contract, 2 for 15. And a lot of those were either you had to do some type of prescribed fire, an interseeding of some type. In South Dakota, typically most of them are haying, I guess. Some grazing was an option. But previously you weren't able to utilize that cover. So let's say you had to hay off your CRP acres and you weren't able to keep that hay. But now with these new farm bill and new signups, there's a lot more flexibility out there where if you wanted to keep that hay instead, you could just take a 25% reduction in your payment for that year for the amount of acres that you hayed, and you get to utilize that cover. Obviously that needs to be outside the primary nesting season. And that's just for haying. There's opportunities for grazing if you follow a grazing plan and whatnot. So if there's any other management stuff that you can think of.
Yep, no, that pretty well covers it, and I think the biggest thing to know is just that there has been some changes there, and so we're here to help you wade through all that as well.
Yeah.
So just be aware though that there is a lot more opportunity for some utilization of that cover, and once you come in and work with us on your specific application, we'll be able to help you out and find the best option that fits into your operation and provides you with the best possible outcome on your contract.
I should say you still are required to do a management. It doesn't mean that you don't have to do it anymore. You still have to complete some type of management. So like Tom said, we're here to help you guys out along the way too. So
Yep.
if there's any questions on management.
Yep, and it's just a lot of those options nowadays are just a little bit more user friendly than what we've
Correct.
seen in the past. So hopefully we can have some more happy landowners that have CRP there and can feel like they're getting the most out of their contract. So
Yeah.
So Nick, if you want to go over, we're in 2021 here, and like I said, the deadline for general CRP signup is February 12th, and we've kind of been adjusting to all the COVID protocols that are going on, and things are definitely different from in the past and how we operate and things like that. So what kind of differences do you see with landowners that are wanting to sign up? Like, how would you go about that if you're a landowner?
Yeah, you bet. So like Tom said, COVID, obviously it's made things a little bit difficult to do some planning with people like you guys watching this video. And currently the offices are across the state are all closed to producers coming in and actually sitting at our desk working and looking at the computer with us. But we got the tools now to, whether it's like a Skype meeting or virtual type stuff, or we can still come out and meet with you guys in the field, and we'll make it work for you guys. Like I said, it's definitely interesting times, and we could also probably meet in the parking lot too, type of deal, to come out and quick go over your contract. And is there anything that you can?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the biggest thing is, I mean, we want to make sure that we're keeping our staff and the staff within those NRCS offices safe, as well as our customers and the landowners that we're working with. So it's definitely, there's some hurdles there that we have to cross, but we're just going to we're going to make the best of it. And there's still a lot of different ways that we can get creative and make sure that we can help you. Majority of all this stuff can easily be handled over the phone, and phone, email. Yeah. Like Nick was saying, we can even get online and we can get on a video conference meeting where we can share our desktop and you can see exactly what we see on our computer screens. If we need to do that, we're more than happy to set up an appointment with you to do that and walk you through the process to get that set up, because I know some of you might not be that apt to or used to doing that kind of thing. So we'll definitely be able to walk you through and hopefully get you set up. Like I said, if you want to see us drawing out your map and figure out where those boundaries are, and we can come out to the field, whether or not you're comfortable meeting with us. We can also come out to the field, and I've done it where go to the field and just call and talk on the phone while I'm there at the field, and then take some GPS points, different things like that. So we're definitely very flexible in that, but we just do want to make sure that everybody's aware that there is some changes. It won't be quite the traditional way of signing up like we've seen in the past, having landowners come into the office. And as far as signatures go, everything like that, we have a bunch of different ways now of doing some electronic signatures and stuff, so we can walk you through that process as well. But I guess the biggest thing is just making sure that you find that contact information for your local FSA office or your local Pheasants Forever biologist, and they'll be able to figure out what's the best fit for you. So
just quick reminder, the deadline for this current general sign up is February 12th, so quickly approaching. So if you're interested in some possible areas, make sure, like Tom said, contact your local FSA office, PF biologist, and we'll be happy to work with you guys.
Yep. As soon as you can, just reach out to us, and we'll be able to give you answer any other questions that you have, and give you the details that you need for your specific operation. And also, along with that, we have the deadline of February 12th for general CRP, and we have our ongoing continuous CRP too. So we should have another video coming out that'll cover some of the details of continuous CRP and some of the differences that we see there. But for sure, for general CRP, reach out to us and we'll be sure to help you out and get you set up on that application.
Thank you.